as follows: that the ministry has enhanced its mechanism for fighting land fraud and working closely with security and investigative agencies to defeat the roots or the mechanisms that cartels and corrupt officials have traditionally used to commit land fraud. Those anti-corruption efforts will be applied to ensure that none of the documents that have been reported as stolen become a threat to land ownership. And every ministry, every state department actually is required to provide, working with EACC, to provide their strategies to the government of what you are doing to curb, to reduce corruption. So there are strategies including, ensuring that only people who need service come to your office, come to the ministry, ensuring that your materials are serialized. For us, therefore, for title deeds, they are serialized. And because this problem has been there before, so we are saying that the land registrar, by dint of Section 79 of the Land Act, may rectify, assuming any of those documents land somewhere and they have become like a title, we can direct rectification of the register and documents where the document in question has been obtained by fraud. Gazette Notice number 12436 contained serial numbers, the first now noticed by the press. Our registrars are also on the lookout for this, and any registrar, they know, any registrar who would then issue a title, because the serial numbers are known, are already public, and they are with our officers. If any registrar, of course, uses this to issue a title, then they will take personal responsibility, because they don't just do a title. Every registrar receives titles by record, by numbers, by serial numbers. I don't want to give too much of our security features, but our titles now have security features specific to county, specific to registry, and specific to county and to the registry, because in one county you may have 2-3 registries. The loss of security deed papers occurred while in the custody. This is important, and that's number 3. In the custody of government press, because they are our printers. As stated earlier, the ministry is working closely with security and investigative agencies to identify individuals responsible for the identified lapses that resulted in the loss of land title documents and take necessary legal action. The matter was reported to Central Police Station. I want to confirm that, and currently investigations are ongoing, and one suspect was arraigned in court because maybe he works with other people. We still have not closed the investigation. We believe the police are doing their work, and at least there was quick action, including arrest of one person. Whereas the ministry picks documents from government press, they are all serialized. Each document is accounted for at the stores in the ministry, and for any documents picked from government press, there is also a corresponding record by the ministry and the government press. We have a dispatch book at the government press, where all title documents are then recorded and signed for by our officers. And we have put additional security features on the titles, and thus it is not possible to have them printed elsewhere. And fraudsters will continue printing, and that's why the DCI is important and critical in our work, and they are able to help us identify, including signatures that many times are forged of our officers, both living and dead, retired and even retired officers. They copy old signatures. But what I'm saying is that once we get wind of a fraud, it is easy to deal with it. Obviously, there will be a court process, and I want to assure the Kenyans that this particular serial numbers are known, and we don't see a threat to it. I hope that is clear. So there was no contradiction. We were basically giving public necessary and useful information.